had a recent cold snap and it got really cold. When the temperature only has one number, that's cold. Reminded me of something. Several years ago, in the wintertime, I would stop by my grandmother's house to visit with her for a little while. There were several occasions when it was cold outside that I would walk in and Mama would say, "I thank God for my good, warm house." We just kind of take it for granted, don't we? We're going to have a good warm house, but not everybody does. During the cold snap here, folks around us, homeless camps, many people didn't have a good warm house. What do we thank God for? God is so good. What has God done for us? You think about all the blessings that we have. How often do I thank God? How often do I say what Mama said? I thank God. You know, James 1:17 says, the source of every good gift is God. How often do I say thank you? What has God done for me? The list would be endless. But also we thank God for what he hasn't done. You think about the idea of grace and mercy. Paul said, Romans 6:23, the wages of sin is death. But God didn't kill me. What God did was he sent his son Jesus to die for me. Thanking God for what he hasn't done. What about answered prayers? How many times have we prayed and God answered our prayers? And how many times when he answered them, did we say thank you? What about unanswered prayers? There was a country song several years ago that came out thanking God for unanswered prayers. Sometimes we've prayed for things and God said, in effect, no, you really don't need that. And he didn't answer the prayer in that way. There's so many passages of scripture that talk about being thankful, thanking God. Psalm 97:12 says, be glad in your heart, give thanks to his holy name. Psalm 118 verse 1 says to give thanks to the Lord, for he's good. Loving kindness of his is everlasting. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, give thanks in everything. Colossians 3:16 talks about singing with thankfulness. Paul's message in 1 Corinthians 15:17 was this: thanks be to God who gives us the victory in Jesus Christ. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 20 says, giving thanks always. I need to get better at consistency, but I remember those words of my grandmother. I thank God for my good warm house.